Alrighty. Yep, there's the daughter. I'm sure you see her in the view. Yep, this is Daddy's little work mat, Freedoms. This is where Daddy makes his models. Okay, let's see how long this bit of wholesome lasts. Nope. Nope, we can't touch that, sweets. We look with our eye. No. We look with our eyes. We look with our eyes, sweetheart.
Okay.
Alright, so, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my show. This is Mamoli Lexington Part 13. I'm Rich. This is my show, RMX Models. Got the daughter here. She's just quite happily investigating everything that is on my desk. Yep. So, I'm at a bit of a crossroads here. I can print now or print later a new steering wheel, but a new steering wheel must be printed. That was Jay chiming in. You know why, Jay? Because this ship came with a steering wheel, and it lets you model it all up, but then the camera fell in the model and broke it. So, if I want to do this model really good for Grampy so he can have it and really enjoy it, get the best out of it, I really should put another steering wheel on there, huh? What, buddy? He says he's counting. Well, the heck with it. Cue the camera footage. Cue the computer footage. Also cue the use of a new microphone that I got. Yay. So, as you can see here, I'm creating an initial sketch for the kind of outline of where those arms would have been. There was a quick switch I may have edited out for the what I was listening to music-wise. And now I'm creating a couple of features for that wheel, and I'm also putting it in sections. And the reason I'm putting it in sections is the way this will print is going to require that I print it out in a manner that, I have to angle it so that it doesn't... like trap any of the resin behind it, or it doesn't, it's able to support itself, whatnot. And here I am angling it in little bits and manually adding the supports, and then just adding a bunch of these, then making a wheel setup. And I think what I do is I'd go this far, and then I realized after making that solid bit, wait a minute, I need to make this in a broken up thing. Now you'll notice I add a fair amount of clearance here. This is because this is a small scale looking model. But also, it's the the precision of the printer isn't like perfect, but nothing ever is. And here's where I go ahead and make that file that I then print. All right. So here we are. Here's the shop again, and got some more printing on the little guy over there. Getting my use out of that. And that faint click means I probably got it properly zeroed still, so that's good. Of course, then I press a button wrong when I'm recording. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, got a bit of a mess to clean up now. Okay, how do I do this? And is it possible? Maybe, no. Well, I can still do that. Okay. Cue the magic of cheesy photo editing. There we go. No? Oh! Worked that time. Okay then. So, as I bring this further down, and as per the wife's request, close the door. Can't have all those kids show episodes going on, can we? Nope. So let's see. Grab the plan here. Check that there isn't like pages of it hiding behind anything. I don't think that there is. Hooray. Alrighty. Now I found the part where it mentioned the Canons. Let's see what we do next. Fix the barren lands. Cross tree. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that ain't this. What page is this? Plan 6. Okay. Plan 6. And Plan 5. Okay. So now that I got this. So... Okay. Let's see. Glue guns and gun carriages position the cannons into the existing openings of the bulwarks. Figure 15. So I think... Yeah, right. Let's see. Where are we at? Plan 2. Okay. Let's see if cheap editing magic works again for me. Okay, so through the power of cheap photo trickery. Alright. So, alrighty. Let's go ahead then. And now I find the page where I was on, and at least I'll be able to kind of navigate my way about it. So, kit, decorations, glue guns, gun carriages. Okay, optional. So optional step 7 is 3D print them because the vendor of this thing kind of sucks at that. Gotcha. And now for my wicked plan to make you all fall asleep so that you don't turn it off and switch to something else. Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here I am just hemming and hawing over the instructions, probably listening to my phone at the same time, and here I am doing a bit of measuring and cutting of the first bowsprit piece. And spoiler alert is I'm going to actually cut this thing wrong, or rather I'm going to put it together wrong, because I'm going to put the square end where I already put the bowsprit support, when I should have put the bowsprit support on when putting on the bowsprit so it all matched up, because the far end was supposed to be square. Alright. A lot of pointing there because I forgot I can do this in something other than time-lapse. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I figure since... Not again. I hate it when these cannons come off. I really do. It is like the biggest distraction. And I was like, no, why can't you all just stick together? Dang it. Oh, that's okay. I would have had this problem whether I stuck with the originals or not because I'm using super glue. This is exactly why I hate super glue. I mean, well, I have mixed feelings. I can't say I really hate it because it does do its job. It will bond just about anything to anything. But it is not a strong bond, I find. I actually find it to be a very weak bond. I'm sure some guy who's an expert in super glue says, oh yeah, you're supposed to use this brand. You know, what you're using is like the bargain basement brand or something. Somebody out there. Hey, if somebody wants to say use X, Y, or Z if you don't want things to ever come apart ever, I mean, okay, that would work as super glue. Marvelous. I will now have to poke through this somehow. Great. Okay, where's my pens? Okay, there we go. There's a pen. Okay, one pen. And then I use the pin, I think, to unclog the super glue, and the old scalpel to put the thing together. So what I'm cutting out here are pieces for the stand. And, well, this eventually leads me to getting a new tool, because those little cutouts, even after I try to, you know, cut them with the coping saw, it doesn't quite work. Try to cut them nice and curvy with the Dremel, and remember I have neighbors. I end up putting that stand together and hoping it'll work just well enough for me to get this bowsprit together. Which also took a bit of figuring out because, again, these instructions are... They're a bit of a pain, to be honest. I hate to disparage them. I'm sure guys that build ships get this right all the time. I think they're great, but me, not so much. Alright, so this is probably got this in the shot. So, I put the squared off end of this, the instructions called for, on the wrong end. So now I have to do some more skillful than necessary blade work. Not that I actually mind doing nice blade work, because, honest, yeah, doing minis might just have prepared me for that. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably stroking my own ego there, thinking about it now. Okay, oh well, stroke, stroke, stroke. Alright, so I know really late into the video here, but how's the sound for the voiceover recordings? I got a new mic in the hopes of saving all my audio to the computers to make it easier for me to get things done. But I want to know what you think, because it sounds a lot different to me editing it. Also gonna, you know, have to whittle this out too. Yay for precision finger removal. I mean wood removal. Seriously though, I have to be careful or it's gonna be precision finger removal. Alright. Now hopefully this doesn't, you know, this doesn't prevent me from making, you know, masts or whatnot later. I don't think it will. I did some looking around and I saw that this appeared to be the exact piece used. Now I can only tell that from a combination of looking at instructions, looking at looking at the picture on the front of the box. I mean, yeah. So I had quite a bit to figure out there. Alright, so here I go ahead and I haven't hauled about the instructions, looking a bit more. And then I started adding some more kind of rope work to these the bowsprit, and noticing that the little stand I made so far really sucks. And while I do end up making a nice bowsprit, I had to repair the boat as you just saw there. And this actually has to be tapered, so I was able to chuck it up in the Dremel and use that to help me grind it down real quick. Grinding with a Dremel, not as noisy as trying to use like an end mill bit to shape things. And then of course I do a bit more rope work there to kind of, you know, finish it off, make it look more realistic. Alright, after about maybe a minute or two of thought, I figured fractal V-block, well, a fun sounding idea, would take up the rest of my modeling time this week, and probably into the next two after that, because actually designing something is a little difficult. Especially something with that many moving parts, and how do I put it in the 3D printer to print right and all that other. Point is, I value my time, and my time could be rated pretty expensively. This costs 13 bucks. So here's what I'm going to do. I want this to sit right about there. Can I bring this down so y'all can see? I think I should. Okay, come on. And there we go. Sort of. Perfect, maybe. Yay! All with the power of a El Cheapo camera holder thingy, my bob. So, I have this and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on the hull little tiny tick marks so I can find my what is it? Mechanical pencil. It is. I'm going to put a little tick mark here. Here. And there. Okay, and I've got two brilliant tick marks right there and there. I'm also going to take the opportunity to erase the ones that I don't need before they like permanently set in or anything horrible like that. Okay, so profile gauge. It's a cheap one, sort of, but with a bit of luck, it'll do the job just fine. Come on, you. So as you can see, we now have a profile. We now have a profile, which, with a bit of luck, alrighty, I can curve right into there. Right about there, right? Yeah. And then I go ahead and I trace over the other side as well and get that curve. And then I think then I notice a little mistake I made. That looks pretty reasonable to me. Oh, but wait, yeah, I gotta level it with that. I can't have that all cocked up. Okay, hold up. That's a little interesting. That's a predicament. Okay, hold on. There, that's a little better, and I bet... Okay, so this I didn't need to do that with. Isn't it interesting how you can catch yourself making errors? So the error I found myself making was I pushed this all the way down, not realizing I had to make these two level as well for the best aesthetic effect. Although having it cocked back would make it sturdy and everything, but then everything, you know, things hit that shouldn't hit and all that stuff. So, alright, one more time. Okay, once more, little buddy. With feeling. World's most, I don't know, precise comb, I guess. Okay, so overall, that, and I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this actually follows a curve as well. Alright. Okay. And now, let's see, huh?
If I fall asleep, you'll wake me up. I'm in here, right?
Yeah, I'll wake you. I'll wake you, I'll be nice.
And you know I'm not going to be here for the morning, right?
I hear you.
You're mad?
I'm not mad.
You've known about this for a while. Have you not?
I've known that you've had things to do, yes. Oh, wow. Wow, yeah, that's actually really close. It is, in fact, really, really close. That's awesome. Okay. A bit of luck. That's a lot more even looking than I thought, too. I'll see. Maybe this will work really good. In that case, I'll feel really good about myself. A chance to feel good about myself. Yay! Okay, that was like the saddest line ever. That's... maybe not. I don't know. Just to explain all the time-lapse without me voicing over, they were too short. As for the Pokeball's Canon bit, I've decided that that's the family in the shop theme now. Okay, that's it, and here's the end of this time-lapse. Alright. Now I have a couple options, because this boat, as you can probably guess, because I actually have it on a proper stand, it is a lot more stable now. Meaning I can actually work on it in relative comfort. This is a good idea. I should have done this earlier. I didn't because I'm a numbnut, but that's besides the point. Okay, I really gotta stop with the self-depreciative humor. So yeah, something is missing here. Sure, I guess I should resolve that. And that is what I'm going to be doing now. Alright. Let's go ahead and let the steering commence. Alright, so as you can see, a lot of this is me taking off bits of resin that I 3D printed way back in the beginning of this, and going ahead and just sanding fun things down. You also saw me with the little magnifying glasses on. I did that because these parts are freaking tiny. I'm actually impressed with the with how this 3D printer did it, considering it's one of the cheaper resin options out there, and it's a couple of years obsolete. So there I am hacking up the wheel bits. I lost a few, I think, or one or two, so I had to print another set of them. I don't show that off. But going right along, I then start assembling the wheel. And it's probably a bit harder to see because of the time-lapse and the clear nature of these parts. I chose this clear resin because it did good with smaller layer heights. So I chose it because I figured it would be a higher resolution. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up as easily on this blue mat. But it does, it works well enough for my eyes to see, and I think the effect is really, really good. You may even see a little bit of it as I put things together and start priming things, which is what I have there, the gloves for. So that's why I like gloves, is for fun little fiddly bits like that. It lets me prime them. Lets me hold things at different angles, what have you. It worked really good when I put the photo etch bits on cards for the Dreadnought build, which I also recommend you go watch if you have the time. And now I'm just putting this wheel bit together, and I'm doing some detailing. So I grab a brush, I try to dry brush on highlights and whatnot to have a lighter brown color in order to get that to look decent. What I also did is decided it was time to paint black those hinge bits for the rudder. Now, apparently those actually are supposed to form an actual hinge. Next time, I guess. Also, you see I partially assembled the wheel, then wrapped the rope around it, then fully did it. And now what I'm doing is these are the chain valves that I was confused about. I don't know what they're really called. I'm not sure if it's even chain valves or not, because Google didn't turn up this particular bit. But as you can see, they go to the side of the ship, and they also needed some curvature adjustment, so out came out the profile gauge. You ever get a tool and think you're only going to use this once, and then you start using it everywhere? Yeah, that's the case of this profile gauge for me. So there I go, I carve things up, drill them out, cut the chain valves, or whatever, to the correct size and shape, and then I put them into position. And do a little bit of fiddling, also trying to get the lifeboat looking good. And then I do the back set, again, sanding things down where needed, drilling, and these I think I was able to just glue on. I didn't see any big need to change the curvature for them. So yeah, that's about it for this video, and now I leave you with the outro. Alright, so I guess this is the end of Mamoli Lexington Part 13. I am Rich, this is my show, RMX Models, all the stuff I told you in the intro. So, just a quick little thank you for all those who stayed to the end. You, sir, madam, other, are an absolute beast. And before I do the YouTube dance, so the reason that I got a new mic is because my computer needed a bit of an upgrade. I had to swap out the cooler. Nothing big, but I was able to do that, and that'll work. So that seems to be working now. So hopefully this edits faster. That'd be nice. And please tell me if you like the new mic or not, as well as, I don't know, if you think I'm being unfair on this kid, I guess, or not. You know, comments, whatever, like it, hate it, whatever, subscribe, you know, comments down below. Alright, so, without further ado, like, share, subscribe, hooray! Alright, peace out for now.